Wednesday morning. Good morning, Mom. Good morning. Good morning. Happy New Year. January the 18th. We already about at the end of January. A little bit more than halfway past. So I hope you guys having a blessed New Year. I was happy to wake up this morning and not see that somebody died. Hey girl, you and your beautiful daughter. Happy New Year. I was so happy to be able to wake up this morning and not see on social media that somebody died. Seems like every day somebody passing. So Elvis' daughter, Elvis Presley's only daughter, and I think he only lived to be like 42 or something like that. And then she the one found him dead. When she was just 9 years old, she found her dad. Which I don't think I knew that, so that's traumatic. So, and then at the award show, she was kind of shaky. Somebody had to hold her, and then her voice, she just wasn't stable. So I don't know why they didn't take her to the hospital, because that could have been a sign of a stroke or something like that, but they didn't. So may she rest in peace with all these other celebrities. I just try to make sure I stay healthy, and like I tell people, we get one head of hair and one set of teeth. That's all God gave us, is one head of hair and one set of teeth. And our health, so we have to take care of ourselves. So yesterday on my Instagram live yesterday, I was on there and talking about just making sure that I do what the will of God is for my life. You know, I've lived to be 60 and about to be 61 this August the 31st. And when you get this age, you really start looking over your life and just start asking God, like, what is it that you would have me to do? Like, what else is it I've done? I've left corporate and opened a storefront salon. I try to love on, mentor, and take care of everybody you brought to there. Just trying to be, trying to be obedient to God and what He will have you to do. Because, like I was saying yesterday on my live, none of these celebrities can go back and ask God, like, what is it that you want me to do in my life? Like, how do you want me to help anybody? Like I was talking about Whitney Houston. She can't go back and have a seminar or, sponsorship or girls group or good morning or anything like that to say, okay, girls, I'm from New Jersey. This is how I made it out. I started singing with my mom. I was raised up in the church, to encourage the young girls. I mean, she can't go back and do that because she's not here. Michael Jackson, he can't go talk to some young boys and say, oh, you can be raised up in this home where your dad pushes you to be this musical genius, to go higher, to excel in music. And I didn't have any childhood. I wasn't able to even be a kid. But this calling that God had on my life I had to fulfill. And you can make it too. Michael Jackson can't go and talk to no kids and encourage no young boys and girls, because he ain't here. Prince can't talk to nobody, and he's my favorite artist ever. Prince. Anybody who know me, they already know that. He can't talk to no young boys and young girls and say, you can be 12 years old and get put out, kicked out the house by your mom and dad at the age of 12 and go live with your friend, and you can be guided by God and teach yourself how to play over 20 instruments, and just by the guidance of God and the calling that God placed on your life, you can blow all the way up and be a prolific singer. And not only that, but so many guitarists who all they play is guitar are shocked at how Prince was so good with the guitar, given the fact that he wrote, produced, played 20-some other instruments, wrote all his music and everything else. But little boy, little girl, you can do it too. You can do it too. Prince can't tell nobody that. He can't tell no child that, because he gone. He not here. He gone. It's a lot of them that's gone. They can't carry out the will of God. They can't continue it. It ended when they pass, like my old pastor say, when you no longer have your earth suit, when you're not in the land of the living. You can't ask God, what is it that you will have me to do? What will you have me do for others? How am I supposed to serve you on this earth? How am I supposed to help somebody else? What is my purpose on this earth? What do you want me to do next, God? We can't ask nobody that if we taking a dirt nap. We can't ask nobody that if we pushing up daisies. We can't ask God that if we 6 feet under. But we can ask God that today. I did some things that he wanted me to do. And when you seeking God out in that way, like I don't have my storefront no more, so I'm like, okay, God. Because for me, it's all about people, not about me. Like, what would you have me to do? When you own a business, if it ain't about people, you had a wrong motivating factor. Anything that God calls us to do and anoints us to do is all about people. It's all about somebody else. Even them spiritual tests that we go through, it ain't even about us. It's about so we can get healed and get delivered and get set free, so we can help somebody else. So we can say, yeah, I was molested, but I made it out. Look at me now. I was raped, but I made it out. Because I didn't focus on what happened to me. I focused on the fact that let me heal. Let me get in this word. Let me get delivered. Because if I don't heal, the trauma gonna turn into bitterness, and you're gonna end up being a bitter person, an unhealed person. And who can you help then? Who can you help when you bitter? If you angry and bitter, who can you help? How can you help somebody when you bitter and you angry and all the focus is on you? Because you're bitter and you're angry because you're just thinking about you. When we bitter and we're angry, we're focusing on that thing that happened to us a long time ago. But if you made it out and you on the land of the living, that's because God has a purpose for you. He got something that he wants you to do. That's why you made it out. That's why you still here. It's a lot of people that's gone through a lot of trauma and a lot of tough things in their life from their childhood on, and they made it out. If you focus on that thing that happened to you a long time ago, if you continue to focus on that, you can trigger a mental health issue, number one. You can trigger something that you don't even know you got in your family. You don't even know it's in the family. And you trigger it. Because why? Because you focusing on that thing that happened to you. And God said you got to call the thing that be not as though it were. In other words, if you don't have peace, that means peace be not. Because you don't have peace, so that means peace be not. So that means you call in peace. Because you call the thing that be not as though it were. So if you don't have no peace, you call in peace. Even though you ain't got no peace right now, you going to call it in. You going to decree it. You going to declare it. You going to speak it. And then you going to have it. Because that's how faith works. Because he said you have not. Because you ask not. Your child ain't got no new car because they ain't asked for no new car. Your child ain't got no new pair of tennis shoes because they ain't asked for no new pair of tennis shoes. God, the Father, he said, you have not because you ask not. Then when he say, when you ask believing. When you ask believing. Pretty much meaning, don't ask God for nothing and thinking you ain't gonna get it. The faith is your belief. So when you ask believing. When your child asks you for some new tennis shoes, they asking you, and they really believe you gonna get them. Sometimes kids have more faith than we do. God said when you ask believing that you gonna receive. And we go through these really hard spiritual tests. Sometimes when we're young, we go through these traumatic spiritual tests. Sometimes when we get older, you don't know when your day of testing is coming. But when it comes, like my old pastor say, it's an open book test. It's an open book test, y'all. Open the book and pass the test. Man, don't hit me. I know you got your Starbucks, but don't run right into It's an open book test. Open the book. Y'all know what the book is. For y'all who don't, it's the Bible. Open the book and pass the test. When He allows us to take these spiritual tests in our life, we gotta open the book. He don't mind if we cheat on the test. You know how sometimes when you was in school and them teachers, they'll let you take a test, but they'll let you use the book. That's how God is. Even though they let you use the book, they still know if you read it or not. Because if you ain't read it, you going to have the book and be using the book during the test. But you're going to take forever to find the answer because you ain't even read the book. But God said it's an open book. However long you need to take the test, just take it. Because He going to allow spiritual tests. He allows it. He allows it. He allows it. Don't get mad. He allows it. Don't get sad. He allows it. Don't get upset. Just open the book, y'all. Cheat.
Good morning. Welcome to Starbucks. This is Madeline. What's your name?
Manya.
What can I get started for you today?
I ordered on the app.
And it's under Manya?
Yep.
Gotcha. I did see it. What's your name?
I know, what an unusual name, but
No.
and most people can't pronounce it. Like they rename me all the time. So
We gotcha. We'll get to that.
all right. I'm so silly, y'all. But yeah, it's an open book test, y'all. It's open. You're going to find the answer in there that pertains to everything that pertains to life and godliness. You're going to find the answer. He allowed these spiritual tests. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Just know what it is when it comes. Just don't get mad. When it comes, just say, okay, God, I know what you're doing. Like, we too old to not be knowing what it is. We too old to not know what it is. We too old. We too old to not know this is God allowing us to take the test. And when we in elementary school, when we in middle school, when we in high school, when we in college, we know that when the teacher give us a test, we know it's an opportunity to excel, to grow, to promote, to go higher. A test ain't a negative thing. A test ain't a bad thing. A test is a good thing. Some bad things happen in our lives. And of course, God, He didn't want that to happen to us, of course. But it did. It happened. But He made a way of escape out of everything. Your deepest, darkest thing, your trauma, your business, your marriage, your health, your parenthood, your childhood, your finances, everything. He's so concerned about us. He done set up here and put in the word that He know how many hair on our head. He know how many strands of hair are on our head. He's so concerned about us and love us so much that everybody got different DNA and everybody has a different fingerprint. That's amazing to me. He's so concerned about us. So that means each one of us are special in the eyes of God. Just so special. He done did all that. My mama ain't never counted every special. Yeah. Manya, yeah.
Did you need a straw?
Nope. I like the sippy cup. Take me back. Thank you.
Oh, that's the thing.
Back to age 10 or something. My mom ain't never counted how many strands of hair on my head. She didn't even want to comb my hair. She used to send me across the street to get my hair did. But God, He love us so much. He know how many strands of hair on our head. He love you so much that He want to know that it's you. So He gave you your own fingerprint. He said, you ain't gonna get up there and He not know it's you. He gonna be like, Kyra, that's you? Ashley, that's you? Miss Houston, that's you? Shrimp and grits, that's you? You ain't gonna need no FBI agent to be like, can you investigate and see if this Kyra? Or can you let me know if that's Manya? That's my name, y'all. God gonna be like, no, you ain't gotta tell me nobody. I know my children. I know my children. I know my babies. I know who they are. I know that one over there because she be having a hard time sleeping because she be worrying all the time. I keep telling her to get in the book of Proverbs, get in the Word. I keep telling her stay encouraged. And every spiritual test is an opportunity to go higher. It's like when you pass that test in class. It's like when you was in the 8th grade. And you had to take a test and pass to go to the 9th grade. But once you passed it, once you take the test and you pass, you went to the next level. We don't want to take no test. We buck up against a test. Those teachers, they teach them kids all year round. They teach them, they teach them, they teach them. You go to the first period class, then you go to second period class, then you go to third period, then you keep going. Then it's time to eat lunch. And now it's time to go home, and then you go home, and then the next day you go to first period, you go to second period, third, lunch. Get on the bus, go home, next day, first period, second period. You do all that over and over until the day comes that all of this stuff this teacher been teaching you on, these teachers, they ain't gonna have no idea or no inkling whether or not you learned it, whether or not you comprehended it, whether or not you can teach on it, whether or not it got in your spirit. They have no clue. The only way they know, the only way they can figure it out is if they give you a test and you pass. That's the only way they gonna know. So in school, we used to hate tests. We hated them because the enemy just want us to just naturally hate being tested. But if you study, and if you ponder on, and if you meditate on, You gonna be ready to show and prove. Cause you gonna be like all the other students gonna be like, girl, I don't know why she keep giving us these tests. I'm so tired of taking these tests. I done read this book. I done been in class. I was quiet in class. I ain't chew no gum. I ain't blow no bubbles. I was quiet. I was listening. See, we naturally buck up against the things against the things that God have for us that's going to take us higher. We just naturally, innately don't want to do it. Have fear, have anxiety. When God done sat up here and said that he don't give the spirit of fear. He done made it perfectly clear. He don't give the spirit of fear. Perfectly clear. He said he give a spirit of love, power, and a sound mind. Love, power, and a sound mind. That's the spirit he give. Love, power, and a sound mind. So we just innately, because this is the world system that we live in, we innately fear the things that could give us opportunities to go higher. Like taking a test. We don't want to, we just automatically just don't want to take no test. If you've been studying, you've been practicing, you've been ruminating on it, you've been mulling it over, you done marinated in it, you done got saturated in it, you lubricated in it. If you've done your due diligence, you ain't gonna have no problem when that teacher say something about a test. You ain't even gonna care if she give you a pop quiz. Because God be giving us these pop quizzes, see. When you're an impatient person and you don't have no patience whatsoever and you think you ain't gonna never get no patience. You so impatient. Can't wait on nothing. The red light turn red. You mad because you ain't got no patience. You like, when it gonna turn green? And as soon as God see that you don't have no patience, you just very impatient, that's when God allows those spiritual tests. And then it seems like everything get on your nerve because it seems like them tests keep coming at you. And then you just keep getting madder and madder because God allowing the test because he want to purge all that out of you. He trying to purge. Like the old folks say, purge. He trying to remove. He trying to clear that stuff out. Trying to do a spiritual enema. Get it out. Get the mess out. Because I give the spirit of love, power, and a sound mind. I used to be so impatient when I was young. Believe it or not. God kept testing me after a while. When you keep getting them tests, you be like, okay, Jesus, I see what you doing. I'm about to pass this thing right here because I'm tired of taking this test over. Especially when you done say it's an open book test. Especially when I can cheat on the test. Like, why I'm mad at God giving me this test? This is an opportunity to go higher. If God is allowing me to be tested in this area, that's because he's trying to take me higher. He already know we going to pass the test. He know if we going to pass it. He know we going to just make a C. Or he know we going to make a 100. He already know. He already knows. But he need us to know. Because sometimes you go through things in life, and then when you get on the other side and you start looking back, you be like, oh my God. You be like Mahalia Jackson, how I got over. How I got over. My soul looks back and wonder how I made it over. Go ahead, Mahalia. How I got over. How I got over. You start looking back. My soul look back and wonder how I made it over. One day when I see Jesus, the man that died for me, hung on Calvary. Yeah, I was about to let y'all go because it was... Because somebody called me. And so whenever you're on a live and somebody calls, it'll start going in and out like that. Y'all got me on here singing Mahalia Jackson. My God. My soul. Look back and wonder how I made it over. I just was listening to that song the other day. My husband loved Mahalia Jackson. The man that died for me. Anyway, y'all. I got a client at 10. But y'all be encouraged. It's the beginning of the year, and how you start off, that's setting a foundation. Going to set a firm foundation on your 2023. And whenever you see them spiritual tests coming, just know, be like, okay, God, this you. I know this you. And just go on and pass the test, y'all. Because when your kids, when they got a test coming up, they be like, Mama, I got a test. You be like, girl, if you don't get on in there and study, and you need to take heed lest you fall. Lest you fall, because you need to be doing the same thing that you telling them. Y'all don't hate. I did it with my blue nails. This is my favorite color. Y'all see my car the same color, blue. Because my soul looks back and wonder how I made it over. How I got over. Come on, Mahalia. How I got over. Y'all need to go on YouTube or somewhere and listen to that song. Sometimes you be wondering how you made it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you how you made it, because God made sure that you made it. Because there's some people that cannot be reached by nobody but you. You the onlyest one. You the onlyest one that going to be able to reach these people. Now, God, he always got a ram in the bush. But he got you alive and well because he wants you to reach these people. You got an assignment, a calling, a charge to keep. You got a God to glorify. Well, get on it. Better get on it. Better do it. I'm going to let y'all go. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Stay encouraged. Pass that next test. At least make a B, y'all. Come on. You can make a B. Because the test going to come. Because when the tests come, that's how you go to the next level. And then them tests, they be showing you what's in you. And when you pass, you be like, wait a minute. This stuff used to get on my nerve, and now it don't. That's because you done passed the test. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Showing up for real. Shout in. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I'm going to holler at y'all. Get on here next time whenever I do a live. It be Jesus for me. Bye, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget that Jesus loves you. He loves you.